The sun is shining. God is in heaven and all is right with the world, and it feels good to be out on the Goldwing. But not so fast, people. Not so fast. The weatherman is calling for more snow. So this time tomorrow it's gonna look totally different, man, because we got some snow that's headed our way.
Goldwing Rider, a shadowy flight into the dangerous world of a man who does not exist. A young loner on a crusade to champion the cause of the innocent, the helpless, the powerless, who is fearless in a world of reckless automobiles. These are Caliente Motovlogs.
Hey, what's up, YouTube? Your boy Chris is out on the Goldwing. Out on the Goldwing, trying to get me a ride in. It's a nice day for a ride. I'm showing the current temperature right now of 45 degrees. So today I just wanted to get out and get me a test ride and test out my DCT Honda Goldwing that's been in the shop for the primary drive gear bolt, the recall. I dropped my Honda Goldwing off at the dealership. I think it was last Saturday. And I posted my video showing that I dropped off the Honda Goldwing. And a lot of you have been reaching out saying, Chris, how was it? You know, how was your experience, you know, getting the recall performed on your Honda Goldwing? How did everything turn out? So I just wanted to just do this little video and just let you guys know that everything turned out really good. It's to my understanding that they was able to do the recall on my Honda Goldwing without even having to remove my fuel tank. You know, there are some videos out there that shows during the recall that they removed the fuel tank. You know, I'm not sure if that was the only way to access the drive gear bolt, was removing the fuel tank, or if that particular mechanic just took the long way around and removed the fuel tank. But it's to my understanding that they was able to just work off the side to get to my primary drive gear bolt. So that has been changed according to the dealership, and everything went really well. I'm out here today just testing out my Honda Goldwing, trying to get me a ride in, and they actually been putting out the, you know, the liquid prior to it snowing, the liquid that they actually put out on the highways and the side roads and the main roads as well. You know, we got a lot of snow, or at least we got some bad weather predicted. So they've been putting it out. As you can see, the roadway is actually white. And so they preparing for some snow. So this time tomorrow, it's gonna look totally different. You know, they're calling for some snow here in the Mid-South. I know we've been catching snow to the north, but it seems like we're gonna catch it here in the South as well. So I want to get me a ride in today before the bad weather actually set in and blanket the area with snow. So I wanted to get out and just test out my bike and just make sure everything is working good. Talking to you guys on my Cardo. Got on my heated gear. And it's toasty. Sun is shining. And it's nice out here, man. Even though it's showing, right now I'm showing 44 degrees on my ambient air temp. You know, it's sunny and bright, you know, which makes a world of difference when the sun is shining. And so, as you can see, they got these streets, man, already sprayed down with the solution that they put down right before it snows. You know, sometimes I wonder, does that stuff actually work? Because you know, it still manages to freeze the streets. But I'm snug like a bug in the rug with my heated gear on. 44 degrees. It's a little bit nippy out. Fingertips are getting a little bit cold. So I want to get out and get my ride in and just let you guys know that everything went good with the primary drive gear bolt. The recall, everything went well. So we're going to be getting into the end of the month here soon, and springtime is just around the corner. We're close, but we're not there yet. You know, we actually are still in the winter. So I've been seeing a lot of pictures on this 2025 Honda Goldwing that's been going around. People are excited about the new 2025 Honda Goldwing. The new colors, the brown. I think the brown, that's an interesting color, is the brown. Especially going to get a trailer with it. I think that's going to be awesome to have a matching trailer with the motorcycle. I'm pulling my Escapade trailer here in this video. Sun is shining, but it's cold out here, man. It's not summertime. It looks nice, but it's still pretty cool out. So I got my air filter replaced. I got my brake fluid replaced. I got my oil replaced. You know, with this recall, they don't pay for the filters. You know, that's strange. I'm wondering why would they actually pay to do the drive gear bolt and pay for the oil, but they would not pay for the filters. So I got my oil changed, and I'm sure they went back with the conventional Honda oil. I normally run the full synthetic, but I got the oil change. I got the brake fluid change, front and rear, and so that came up to around about $500 total. And so I did a live video on yesterday. I know some of you guys have been reaching out and asking, you know, Chris, how's everything going? I hadn't been placing any videos. You know, I've been burning the candle on both ends. You know, as they say, you burn the candle on both ends. Out the while, you're burning the wax. So I did a little live just to kind of let you guys know that I was okay. Got some good feedback off of that video. And so I just decided today to just do a little test ride, and not a long ride today, just to make sure everything is working as it should. This is actually the first time I've been on my bike since I actually picked it up for the recall. You know, when I picked up my bike, I actually picked it up inside of my trailer because I didn't have a way to get my vehicle home. First lady was working, and I said, well, I'll just drive up with my trailer and pick up my motorcycle. So I brought the Honda Goldwing home in the trailer, and this is the first day that I've actually been able to get out and just ride it and see how she performs. And so far, yeah, everything appears to be working. Brakes are nice and tight. Everything is working, seem to be working pretty well. Just gonna pull over, let this car on by. Everybody's in a hurry to go nowhere. Man, this liquid stuff that they put on the streets, man, it's not even dry. You know, I can see it kicking up when the cars pass by. You know, I don't like this stuff, man, because that's gonna force me to have to wash my bike, wash my trailer all over again. I'm just gonna head the other direction to avoid some of this stuff that they're putting down on the road, some kind of glycol or something like that. So if you guys out there been wondering, you know, should you get the primary drive gear bolt recall perform, I would say yes. I would say yes. So far I haven't heard of any bad experiences out there. You know, at least I haven't heard any. If you guys have heard any bad experiences out there, be sure to put it down in the comment section below. But I haven't heard any bad news. So if you guys, you have the Honda Goldwing and you're thinking about, should you or should you not get the recall performed, I would say just go ahead and get it done, especially, here in the winter, before the rider season kicks off. I've been seeing a lot of these bikers having their recalls performed, taking their bike in on one day and getting it back the next day. I think Honda actually allowed for like 6 hours of time to actually perform the recall. So if you guys out there, you've been wondering, should you take it in and get it done, I would say yes. It's best to err on the side of caution. I was a little bit worried about dropping my bike off simply because of the amount of wires that I have, the aftermarket accessories and wires and lights and things that I have on my bike. So I was a little bit apprehensive about taking my bike in to have the recall perform, and rightfully so. But I would just rather have it done knowing that I'm going to be taking some long distance trips on my Honda Goldwing. That's the thing about maintenance. It's peace of mind. For riders that just ride locally, they're not really going far. I guess it's not really that big of a deal. But for you riders out there, you're traveling on your Honda Goldwing, you're riding from state to state and coast to coast. Yeah, I would say it's a big deal. So yeah, if you've been thinking about, getting your recall and you're not sure, yeah, just go ahead and get it done, man. Just go ahead and call up your Honda dealers, and a lot of them would even schedule you, so they are ready to take you guys in. My fuel pump, they said that it was okay, it didn't need to be replaced. I had already checked it under the lot number. If you guys missed a video on how to determine if your fuel pump needs to be replaced under the 2024 recall, you can click on the link in the top corner. But the primary drive gear bolt was performed and the fuel pump was okay. So I know there's a lot of guys out there that's concerned. They like, Chris, what would be a good place to take my bike to get it, to get this recall performed? I'm thinking any Honda dealership should be able to handle it. Some say they can take it out without removing the fuel tank. Some say they have to take out the fuel tank, but Honda says they're only going to give them about 6 hours, I think, of a lot of time to get the recall performed. So, when you take your bike in, it's a high probability that you're going to get your bike back within a day or two. So I'm just glad to get mine done, man. Peace of mind. That's one of the reasons why I went on and changed my air filter. I could have ridden probably another 50,000 miles before I changed my air filter, but it's peace of mind. It's like when you put on some new tires on your car or on your bike. You could probably still get several thousand miles out of the existing tires, but when you put some new tires on your bike, that's kind of like, or your automobile, that's kind of like one less thing you got to worry about. It's peace of mind. So do you have to go out and change your air filter just because Honda said change it at 16,000 miles? You don't have to. But for peace of mind, because at some point you're going to have to face reality and go get it done. And so that's why I'm running all of my maintenance here in the winter time. I'm getting everything done, because when it warms up, man, I plan on riding. Because when bike riding season gets here and you take your bike in, a lot of them have no problem telling you 6 to 8 weeks, 8 to 10 weeks before we can get on it. And then we got to order parts, and then depending on what we got to do to it, it may be, a couple months, man, before you can get your bike back. So yeah, go ahead and run all of your maintenance in the off season so you can ride when it's time to ride. So my bike I think it's pretty much ready to go. No issues. Everything is working fine. Everything is operating properly. I was able to put all of my things back on the bike. you know, before I actually took my bike in to get this recall performed, you know, I removed my wind deflectors off of the bike, and I removed my spotlights off of the bike. You know, I just started taking things off of the bike, you know, like my belly pan or my engine case guard underneath. I removed those things because I did not want that to be in the way of the technician working. You know, I knew they had to drop the oil, so I didn't want to just add on extra labor time removing additional accessories if I didn't have to. So I removed those things and got all of those things out the way, and I actually spent the remaining of the day putting those things back on. So I got everything back on, I got everything reconnected, and I verified that all of my connections are working properly, all of my lights are working properly, all of my charging ports are working properly. You know, all of my digital volt gauges are working properly. No overheating issues, no leaks. From what I can tell, everything appears to be fine, man. We just preparing for more snow that's headed this way. That's the thing about it, man. We still are in the winter months, and it's subject to snow. And hopefully it'll be warming up here soon, and I'll be able to meet you guys there down in Daytona. How many of you guys are watching this video planning to going to the Daytona rally? I will definitely see you there. I will definitely see you there. So I'm gonna be preparing for my trips of 2025. If you guys be sure to stay in touch with me, you know, be sure to text me your phone number, your information. 901-468-9032 is my phone number. Be sure to stay in touch with me. It's a little bit nippy out here, man. I'm showing 44, but it's chilly out. But I feel toasty. So I'm just keep it moving, man. So y'all stay tuned to my video. I'm actually going to be putting up, I'm going to be pretty much assembling my fuel tank. I bought a fuel tank to kind of have around the garage. If you don't stop at the gas station, the next time you ride, then you're sitting on E. So it's kind of good to kind of store some fuel around your garage. At least that's what I try to do. So when it's time to ride, I leave on full. I don't have to leave out on empty, go by a gas station to get fuel. You know, you'll be surprised a lot of times when I do these rides, you know, bikers will show up, I need fuel. Sometimes you leave the house on empty. So a lot of times it's just so much better and convenient if you can fuel up right there at home, right there in your garage. And sometimes you can catch this gas at a good price. You know, that's the thing about it, it goes up and down. Sometimes you can catch it at a good price. And if you get enough of it, you know, you can kind of store it. So when it's time to ride, you don't have to pay a higher price than everybody else is paying on that particular day. So stay tuned to that video. If you guys have any questions or any comments, feel free to put it down in the comment section below. If you guys like the video, be sure to click the like button. If you haven't already, subscribe to the YouTube channel. This is your boy Chris, out on the Goldwing, out on the Goldwing. And I will talk to you guys later. Deuces.